It's a great honor to be with you this morning and ask for your vote and ask for your endorsement as chairman of the Republican Party of Iowa. And I know that leadership elections like this are difficult. I've been in many before. And the reason they're difficult is because it's like selecting which member of your family is best. That's hard to do, but today I'm asking all of us to rise above individual personalities and vote for what's best for the entire Republican Party of Iowa, all 600,000 members. Tim, I want to thank you for your nomination this morning. AJ, I want to thank you for your work as chair and for running. And for those of you that are running for other offices, co-chair and secretary and treasurer, thank you for stepping up. We need good people to step up and help us. So thank you for that. I was born on a family farm. And I can still remember the values that Mom and Dad taught. Faith and family and an unshakable belief in the American dream. And those are values that Candy and I have tried to live in our work and in raising our children. Mom and Dad are gone now. But their values live on through all of us. They were part of what many people rightly call the greatest generation. Saw the fall of communism, the defeat of the Nazis, and built the strongest economy that the world has ever known. Like I say, they're gone now. But their dream lives on. And our Republican Party of Iowa, and the promise of our Republican Party of Iowa, though all of those things are important, our farms, our economy, even our military are very important. The promise of our party does not lie in those things. It lies in a very simple pledge that was made more than 200 years ago. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's the promise of our party, to be able to raise our families, to have a job, to be able to create jobs, and be able to participate in this wonderful process this morning. My dad always said that public service was a high calling. I believe that, and I commend all of you for being involved in public service. But if we're honest and we evaluate things, we can see that the promise is not being fulfilled today the way it should be. Conservatives suffered a terrible defeat in the last election. There is no sense whitewashing that. There is no sense in pretending any differently. We lost the White House. We failed to gain control of the Senate. We lost seats in the Iowa House. We threw away our voter registration advantage. We lost the message war. We lost the ground game. Our party is in danger of becoming a dinosaur unless we change, unless we make dramatic changes. And that's why I'm running for chairman of the Republican Party of Iowa and why I would be so honored to have your vote. Now, what kind of changes am I proposing? First of all, we need to unite around those things that we agree on. Steve mentioned that just a minute ago. And that's why I'm running, and that's why I'm asking for your vote. I've outlined these things in the course of this campaign over the last 30 days, both to you personally and to the Republicans around the state. I've outlined why I'm running. I've outlined a plan for the future, and I've given you my pledge to the Republican Party of Iowa. I have a concern, AJ's a friend, but this has been a good old boys campaign, one-on-one, whereas I think that's fine if you're not running for chairman of the Republican Party of Iowa. All Republicans have a right to know where the candidates for chair stand on the issues. We need to bring people together. We need to reach out in new ways. We lost people in the last election on both sides of the spectrum. We need to bring those people back. We need to reach out to Republicans, Independents, and Democrats. And finally, we need to be the party of conservative ideas and solutions, not negative campaigning and politics as usual. And I've laid out very specific benchmarks about how we can address these things and how we can obtain these things. First of all, we need to increase our voter registration. We have about 600,000 registered voters in Iowa on the Republican side right now. I've outlined a goal of increasing that by 10% in 2014 and 10% in 2016. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to engage all 1,780 of our precincts in registering conservative-minded independents. Do you know if we just register 17 new voters per precinct per year in Iowa, we can achieve that goal? And what is that goal? That's 60,000 new voters in 14, and that's 60,000 new voters in 16. That's a total of 120,000 new voters. How much did we lose the last election statewide? That's almost right about 90,000 votes. That makes up the difference. We bring those people in, and we're going to win again in 16. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to use early voting. I don't like it any better than you do, but we had better get on board with early voting, and we're going to target those newly registered voters, and we're going to bring them to the polls, and we're going to get them voting early on so that we can proceed with our ground game. We need to be the party of ideas and solutions. As Republicans, we're very good at talking about what we're against. Let's start talking about what we're for. I propose that we have 100 ideas for the conservative ideas for the future, the betterment of Iowa, for the future betterment of Iowa. Many of those will come from our party platform. Others will come from the grassroots activists. They'll come from all of you, be approved by the Central Committee, and be presented to the legislature. Our platform is a beautiful document. It's about time we started implementing some of those things, instead of making it a decoration on our webpage. And finally, fundraising. Our fundraising is down. I put forward plans to increase our fundraising. We can do that. My focus will be on individual donors, increasing by 5% over the cycle 4 years ago. We did about $500,000 in individual donors 4 years ago. We're going to increase that by $25,000 this year. That's a tall order, but we can do that. If we sign up 15 new package member plans per county this year, we'll achieve our goal. Is that doable in all of our counties? Can we sign up 15 new package members in all of our counties? I think we can do that. I learned a long time ago in fundraising that you never make a goal that you don't set. And so we're going to set those goals, and we're going to achieve them. Our forefathers had a dream, right here in Iowa, where the Republican Party was founded, that we could be a shining example of everything that's good about conservative values in America. I'm asking for your vote today so that we can win again in 2014 and 2016. If you think the status quo is good enough, then I'm not your guy. I'm not your candidate. But if you want to keep electing Democrats, I'm not your candidate. But if you want the kind of change that will lead to victory in 2014 and 2016, then I'm asking for your vote. Thank you for your good work. Congratulations on your good work. God bless. Thank you.